Good morning, Aga. It's lovely to see you. I'm just going to
Morning.
introduce myself. Hello, everybody. My name is Sam Moss. I'm the Community Impact Coordinator for the East for Orchestras Live. Great to have you here. Thanks for spending time with us today, Aga.
Total pleasure.
So, first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself and about your journey into music.
I'm Aga Serugo Lugo. I'm a music workshop leader, and my specialism is narrative-based collaborative music making. And there's parts of the journey that are quite normal. So I did GCSE A level and music, and then studied music at university. Then I did the post-university thing when you studied music of going, oh, I don't know what I want to do for quite a while. And then there was a lot of happenstance in my journey into this sort of work. And a friend of mine worked for a music organization and asked me to cover someone who was running a workshop. So I went into this school. The school was in London. I lived in Surrey at the time. It's quite interesting of the your knowledge of the country's education is only based on your own, really, until you've got the opportunity to go into another setting. So I went into the school and we did this warm up and I sang something and this sound came back, which was not the sound that I was expecting. And suddenly a massive penny dropped. And I thought, oh no, music education is not exactly the same. Borough to borough, county to county, school to school. And as it turned out, I had happened to have gone to lots of lovely state schools that where singing was just it just happened. And even my middle school, they had middle schools in those days. That's how old I am.
I went one to
My
one as
middle
well.
school
Yeah.
had a music teacher, a
Mm,
music hut, and you don't know how lucky you are. One
yeah.
doesn't know how lucky one is until you encounter what other people have. So I covered that workshop, and whilst doing all sorts of other jobs, I basically took whatever leave I had to do workshops, and then eventually, when I thought I had enough in the bag, I just left the other job and then went into workshops
Oh,
full time. But then, and that was I remember that being May when I left that other job, and the May was fantastic, and then the June was less good. And then the July, I thought, oh my goodness, maybe I hadn't planned this particularly well. But that's when I
so
got
did you
into,
always, from that point, did you always know you wanted to go into that sort of music leadership side of
yes,
things? Yeah.
yeah. I've obviously always loved music. I also really love theatre in all its forms. And another career path, one of the things that I was studying when I was at York University was clarinet. So I could have
Mm.
just been an instrumentalist, not deliberately
Mm.
being an instrumentalist. I love instrumentalists and I love playing. But I would always feel as though there were things that were missing because there were lots of things that I was interested in, and so one of the joys of this sort of work is that I can um, lead music. I
Mm.
can teach people things that exist. I can create with people um,
Mm.
new things. And especially when it's around stories or themes, that theatrical stuff comes out naturally anyway. There's a lot of so
Mm.
and obviously, when you're in a room with, let's say, thirty children and you're asking for their ideas, undoubtedly some of them are going to come up with some stuff that there's absolutely no way you could have come up with on your own.
Yeah.
And that feeds you creatively because you think, oh goodness, we can go in a completely different
Yeah.
direction
Yeah.
from where I just in a room on my own, which I love.